na akumono tu otomono tu enyamono tu kweda gbasira to se ba famo amekira do foto to boko bi wo don chifio ne to papa fonku de bi amekira do foto je mama dinepe won ko mo ama je sala ono bi jon chana nama sena ne nama mauli ne nama kofi ne nama sejiram chana nama egomira ko do gena form ne abude mo de sere kla ko yamade amo bo se mo no form la ko ko sangaji wala ole ni wala ko ko Ushia mono ni wabeka do foto ni nje beta femo ko ya mama ma je seba nya no de kole akọ ma ne pa mo wan je ko ko kwa gbo no ko bere fo je ju ke mi afọ pe ko ko ba le ka pe ka ni kele je mi pe e gbe mi le to ba ha nya kan na fo la di ya me kan na chi gomo de gbe ma ya chere yoku cheche gomo ko la ko ko ba shi mo hote ba mo hote sa ga chira wa gbe no ko mo fo ba be tra ta na ko chi to mo no chi ko na ba sa de ba ko ko ge sa na po le ko ji mo lo ni ba shi ne ke
non do
vabbè ma dopo un giaci di nella giaci la famiglia che come sta amici
famiglia be ko giaci be
amici le valo mo le ba bo tutto mo le ba bo venye mo fra mo to mo venye buta ci ma lo la ho do tu si abuta ba ho ya je oh le ba ma bi ne to mo ku de bi le ma bana de fa ta do na ngu ya to mo ko ko o bala kana do ya o ti je fa o wo go ye ya na ti kumo na yi na ti do mo na yi ati nya mo na yi ana ko da ba ti ga fa mo yi aha mo kumo enya mo na so jo kra do la me le share na yi do ko mo ya du le tede ko ja si na yi le ke no woji ya do no woji abi ko se ko ko ni mo yo yi ko ko ju na ko na no ready ba ko ju na ba 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 to ende down bolo na yogo tu ka cha do to ka sia na ba ko ma sia ma na ba ko yo to
le gba jere
ifongu afongu ifongu ala promo sia ma na ba du ya ma le yo ya ko se bla ko ba ko yo wa go te edu ni ko joko mo le mo nyamu ati ke ko mo la do ke na ba se ba mo lo papa ko fi go to no fi go ba ma je to je ko no se ka chi mi le na gbejiji ne mo ko fi go na se sire control bi ore ne ka no duala ne ka no duala lo le ba go ne ko ko to la me le ma go ma ko ku do bi le ma ko le fi go kan se na ko to ko ba ta la na ta ma ina ko to ta ga ina ko ma ta ko na ni lenye hicho nyama la bali kichwa depo la foga na kaka na akumono tu etomono tu enyamono tu kweda gbasira so eba famu amekira do fotu to boko bi wo ko nchifio ye to papa fo ku de bi amekira do fotu je mama ntine pe ta ko won ko mo ama je spatala ono bi jon chana nama sena ne nama mauli ne nama kofi ne nama seyiram chana nama egomira ko do ke no form ne abu de mo de sere ko ko mo de amo bo se mo no form la ko bon ko sangaji amana ole mi awon ko ko no ngona di usia mo no ni o be gado foto mi e beta pe mo ko ya ma jese ba ni ano ni ko ya ko ma ne pa mo wa ko ko aglo no ko were fo de ju ke mi afo pe ko ko bon pa ba le ka pi ka ni ke le je me pe ko mi le to ba ha na ko fo la di ya me kana chi gomo de gbe me ga chi ni yoku che gomo ko la ko ko ba shi mo hote ba mo hote sa ga chi na ba bro no ko mo ko ba be tra na ko no chi to mo no chi ko na ba sa ba ko 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 sa na ko le ko ji mo lo ni ba shi ne ke
Não dói pro
papa, mas eu vou dar tiro na zia, já tiro. Na família que foi essa mídia como?
Família bem, com já tiro bem.
A mídia é valor. Mo le gbagbo, gbagbo du do. Mo le pa fún mo. Pe je mo fra. Mo to mo mo. Pe je buta ti. Ba lo la ho. La ho do ti wo si. A hu te gbagbo ya je. Oh, le gba. Na bi ni to. Mo ku bi de ma. Bana de, wa ta do na mbu. Ya ko mo ko ko. O bala kana do ti ya. Ko ju je fa. Ku wo ko. Ye ya. Na ti ku mo na yi, na ti do mo na yi, ati nya mo na yi. Ana ko da ba ti ga fa mo. Bi a ha mo enya mo. Na so do ga. Do la me de share na yi. Do ko ko mo. Iya du ga le jere. Ko ja shi na yi. E se no moji, e ga no moji. Abi ko se ko ko ni. Ni yo yi. Ko ju na ko na.
No ready.
Baba. Ko ju na. Ba ha ba ba to. Emi down go no. Na yo ko tu ka ja do to ka ba shi na ba ko. Masih mana apa yo to
legba jere
ifongu afongu ifongu ala kulmo masih mana ba dum ya mala yo ya ko sebla ko ba ko yo wa gote e buli podoku mo le mo nyamu ati ke ko mo la no kena ba se ba fa molo papa ko fi go go no fi go ba ma je to je ko no se sire na mo se ka che mi le na gba jiji na mo ko bi go na se sire ko to oli bi ode e ga no buala ya na buala lo le bago le va pour le la mer le magoma pour tout depuis le pour le fiego quand c'est na ko to ko batala ni ata ni na ko ta ga ina ko ma ta ko na ni ko na ta ta ji ko ko je si ya ko ta lo ya ko ta ni gudu le nye chu je ma la ba ni chu chu ya ko ku ile ko la ko da ka ti no ko ko ni la ba na si ya ko ni ma ko ta le gra no chiro amuno na foji ba foro na moshi ba boya mo kokula chele minga fo kokula be
the red oil or for
the photo legba na mo to da so na welo gele joga mo gele Canada Australia Germany
kama goto
kani gbaji so kwa nduko je boko bi ko to ko mo ka ba se mi nyamo de sia de
godo mo no nyina
yo la ti yo gba
to le to le yin ma pa se agba neva o nyina no yo gba le de me gbere ame yo sunu le po gbere Why you cook on hello?
Na lo sika.
No, the table le fi.
What the tabu? Akule to manya. Ye ni gomile. Shipo na di.
Ko manyo.
E fe no moji, ka ko no moji, ma ka ma ko no moji. Ko se te ro dita. Ka no ma dita. Ko mo ra to ka ro. E ko ko na. Ya ko ti ni ba bi ko ka gba afa mo.
Ko ba yin tutu le. Lo do afere. De na abeji o du akọ ma jama. Lo bloti na ja yan ati e fi je radio. Sibete borobi na church wo ba lo ni. Bokor bi dopo e dapo bi ku. Na bokor ba atine ku re da no fun e beta.
Ye gomile lo.
Sibete na atiku ne bokor to mi ko re. Da je beta. Kokolo belani. Kokolo belani.
Tomorrow to go to lo. Ko ni ko no se sire. Gomile. Mashama to ko mashama la. Le je jina mashama. Ache. Tu ai go le fiare. Mu shama ni le China. Le nyama ba. Ni ko ayo. Ko ba la gamo. Ani mala shi ngam yesere ba. Ko ya cheke ne oto. Ko shama na ni. Isra da gba amara ka ba la ka to. Bere. Ele ko wata ne na na ma wonta.
Ami o du ba. We
do it in all different places.
No, wala. Most la fi bu.
Bale bagbo, agbojo chopecho. Afrika wole wa fun ko wo pra ko pesejo won mo dan won so la. Le guta se bolo la hojo. Ahojo fi mo si le. E hun tagba hun bi ajo. Le kokulu wa ya na ko. Na kuma no tu, to mo no tu nya mo no tu. Adu. Ye go mi le no lo. Amekele du papa pe fio. O ma no ko 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 ba no wa, mo ma to kun ne pe. Ima fo do na gblan.
Sorry, mi ko ina le gba bi o.
What don't you?
Ache. And this one will go to the leg by.
Bale bagbo, ya ko jojo peju. Legba fu mo ko, won pra ko pra. Se gan mo mo so. E go da che, ba lo ra hojo. Hojo fi won si re. O ba hojo lo re lo bi ke ba ra hojo bo. Awo go da che no la hojo ara ro. Hojo lo ai, lo bi o la hojo ai. Go da che no la hojo ara ro. Ba gbo fi o le ba. Ba ta de. Ba fa ko yo apo.
Ache.
Apa yo momo. E yo la cha chile to, lu ka karo to. Jo ra ma na igbo. E go yo no lo.
Ape. Ache.
Wa mi maga jana jo asasa no de.
Bere maga se.
Jo no kubo. Wo no kubo. Ka ba to. Na so cha cha. Ngena du fia. Ẹdun wa di foto. Ẹdun de ko na fi ala na du di foto la mi che wa la nu di foto.
I did something very bad. I did it in a hidden way and people didn't see me. I want everybody to pay attention to this word tronkoshi and how it came about. I, Christopher Voncujovi, for instance, I go to farm and then I met someone in my farm. Maybe the person is stealing my things. Instead of me arresting the person, I decide to shoot the person down. And I shot the person and then I buried the person. Covered it. I was the only one who did that. Nobody knows. So people start going out looking for their relative. They start going out looking for their relative and they are not finding it. Then they go to a throne, let's say a throne like Toby Ajima or Toby Ajemu, or they go to a throne like Toby Damali and reported that they have their loss. Somebody lost in their family and they have been looking for the person, but they cannot find that person. I want everybody to listen very carefully before this question comes up next time again. I did something very bad somewhere. I did it in a hidden way and people didn't see me. I want everybody to pay attention to this word tronkoshi and how it came about. I, Christopher Voncujovi, for instance, I go to farm and then I met someone in my farm. Maybe the person is stealing my things. Instead of me arresting the person, I decide to shoot the person down. And I shot the person and then I buried the person. Covered it. I was the only one who did that. Nobody knows. So people start going out looking for their relative. They start going out looking for their relative and they are not finding it. Then they go to a throne, let's say a throne like Toby Ajima or Toby Ajemu, or they go to a throne like Toby Damali and reported that they have their loss. Somebody lost in their family and they have been looking for the person, but they cannot find that person. I want everybody to listen very carefully before this question comes up next time again. So they told the Etron to look for their person for them. Now, the throne house or the deity's house, a throne, yes, let me use the word throne so that people can know the difference, you can understand what tronkoshi is, a trokosi, that kind of name that people put out there. So they tell the throne to look for the person who got missing. Fine. So a throne started looking for the person who got missing, and a throne found that, oh, I, Christopher Voncujovi, was the one who actually Hello, Revolution and Facebook African Management Book fans. Thank you very much for waiting. We had been out of our normal base and we thought we could come back in time to be able to do the listen, but traffic and everything had stopped us from coming as we should have been here. We're very sorry and we apologize for delaying or not coming on time, and we pray and hope that next time we'll be able to do where we've gone to. It was not easy for us to start the program from there. That's why otherwise we could have started the program at that place and then come back and end it up here. But then be rest assured, there's so much things we have in today for you. After the question and answer section, which will be a very short time, about an hour, and after that we have rituals and ceremonies to do in the house. We may even have an initiation to do today, so we will be live. Those of you who want to watch or who are still there, who want to watch those ceremonies, will be coming live to you. So we are very sorry and we apologize for today's program, the disruption in today's program. Thank you very much. So let's just go on straight away. First, I'm here now, I'll pray, and then we can discuss one or two things before we go off, before we leave the studio. Oh, ago mauga somboli samenda go mauga kitikata menda go mauga ese joto amejoto ese ena no mesete ena no omono abi dokuno abi omono abi mebi ena no dokuno abi mebi ena no abi senyo popoli senyo datafia senyo amenyo segla amengla medo ago meyo sheme ham for asho kwese bi for asho kuti menda go ya abraxas meyo zi andre ko do ago yo ta andre to be fi me ko o vesa ton vesa ka melhor aquele que mandou a boa. E melhor minha nós hoje ani do soca katika zibosha tremeya la fama nyambo ni la kwa tiwe nyambo ni duro mwana ni melhor aquele wenya imba matoforo. For playing imba ndo alika wenya belo mate kulo etega. O melhor akain becho akain bole akain jivo akain subo akain trovo akain menyu akain fio akain menyu atawa ka gaba akain. Peli kwa memba haja dola ko baba ndo fito la somete donyo. Melhor mi duda kwa baba wa ka kwa kwa mi ozambo. Melhor mi plevio mi afa ke yora ke wo jo pata jo kwa foka me bola mo chi bola fundo me mberi kokulu kwa kwa performa jo bonyo hebe jo bonyo to ya mo ju to ami kwa ne pleve nyinyi le bebe to ba to zo kwa ndu mo na tepere ka jo pata be le happy jo mo ba jo ni jo pata be fia jo pata mo tro mo beda mo ro abi fa go yidi jo pata na fi ya jo ro jo pata tepe me yo ami se me bo ji to be de ntaba pelu ti zugbo lu ajima ogboju pe odo ja lo ko me ba ni pa mo ba lo jo na kofu agosapate meyo ati geri meyo gorovo du meyo rakete alafia baba e meyo etobe gege be papa sese meyo brahini bokochi be foli ko mo rakete go go kuche ko ko na tobe ni baba to en kosa pe ku meyo no ya kosa ko meyo foli ko gege tasi nyamo sifusi tem kosa abra ko bra mana ni bonde mba tobe nyamo ko profi kubia mensa dore pe mbe pe kuno meyo mi apete meyo ko ni celestine ya wa kubia katrina kubia fonya sese ko do fonya ya obena kubia aharani koko kutobe ne fana ni na gbogbo ne fana lo eyo mi aso e won ba chicha chipu ya kubia sisi ya pe ne ka tepe mensa imba ba meyo awu no tuji boko tuji tabo tuji meyo kini sisi ko ti agu bara so bara na meyo ra meyo boko na afi so fa hu agbovi meyo boko afacha wa joge meyo hu no hu le ba ko hu no hu la vega medo agu na mi kutobe ne fana ni gbogbo le mi na gbogbo ne fana mi o je mi no mi agbona la ni mi no sia ye meyo togbe honu le vapo honu le afega meyo togbe apo hunu anani tretu le jita baba ye meyo togbe Abraham jivenu le chame baba to me fana ni bobo ni ando bobo me fana meyo tre video bra ni be be bio be tout à sec c'est ça que me assez que meyo mi apete po ijimele bachonya no me baba nungwa no bakwa yeme yo teshi no pete gemu Manchester ki peto pete mbakwa me na kweda be vira do asira be nebalo to ne je do dinani na sese ne ba be nebalo ya wele ngogbo mi le mi ayo me se nyime no ngogbo re ameno amayo mo nyime no ngogbo kata no amayo adle mu bere do ta ya we nyi ni achoka ona amayo pete mi le do ona do ne je jina amayo re so and I am wishing everybody a happy all our mothers out there a happy Mother's Day. It's a very special day today. My biological mother is no more here for the past 23 years, but I'm wishing every mother, all the women who had been part of my life, who had helped me one way or the other, and all women in the whole world, you are great mothers. May the ancestors continue to bless you and give you peace and give you wisdom so that you can guide we the children. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon, and we are live. Thank you. Sending the questions. Is it? Okay, we are starting here with a big sister, top fan, big sister Ifadara. Happy Mother's Day, grand blessings, Papa and family from Augusta, Georgia. Same to you, big sister Ifadara. Happy Mother's Day to you and the whole family. And then we have Mohammed Abdullah. Father, I greet you. Mohammed, how are you? Thank you very much for joining us, and happy Mother's Day to your mother and the women in your life. Thank you very much. Then we have Danny St. Malo. Question: are there significant differences between voodoo practiced by the Ebe in Ghana, Togo, and the Fon in Benin? No, they are all the same. The only our languages are the same, but a little bit difference in it, but it's the same. Fon and Ebe are from the same stock, so there is no difference in between Ebe, voodoo, and Beninois or what did they call them, Beninese or whatever. Before they used to call them Beninois, now they call them Beninese, whichever. It's a French word. And that they don't want to call it in a Beneto. Dahome. Dahome. That's how we would call them. Dahome. We are the same people. Therefore, language, the Fons and the Ebes are cousins, and the language is almost the same. They call the Ebes people, means we are the people who left for Accra. That's what they call the Ebes, and then they remain there. So there's not any much difference between Ebe, Voodoo, and Fon. It's the language or the dialect. It's not even language, it's the dialect that changes. So, Danny, that's what it is. There's no difference. Only in today's place, you see that there's so much, they are putting mechanism into puppets and calling them voodoo. That's the only thing that I don't like about what they are doing these days. Put batteries and remote control things and call them voodoo. It's not, that's how our ancestors practiced it. Yes, we have our Isaac Apisao. Bokor Aleke Mufo Nama. Mufo Gudu Isaac. Mufo Akbana. Okay. Then we have JJ Okuado. Good morning from Montgomery, Alabama, watching on my way home to Atlanta. Thank you very much, JJ Okuado. Thank you very much for staying up till now and waiting for us. We are very grateful. Kofi, you know the tissue paper. Where is my tissue paper box? Then we have Ebenezer Bonso. Greetings, Papa and team from Africa Magic Temple. Yes, Ebenezer is here with his family. They are here at the temple, and they are part of today's section. And, thank you very much, Ebenezer and wife. I think I can say so now.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And then we have JJ Oko Ado says trying to call to Carl Ado. We haven't seen Carl for a very long time. He has not been here. Yes, and then we have a big sister, Angie G. Fisher. Greetings and blessings, Papa family from Georgia, USA. Thank you very much, and blessings to you too, and happy Mother's Day to you. And of course, to JJ Okoado, happy Mother's Day to you, my sister. Thank you very much. And then we have Abayomi Balogun in Nigeria, Lagos. Saying, good afternoon, Papa. Greetings from Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you very much, my brother Abayomi. How are you? How is the family? My greetings to all of you and happy Mother's Day to your wife and to your mother and to all your sisters. Thank you very much for joining us. We have Solomon Boateng. Greetings, Papa and the AMT team. Yes, Solomon, thank you very much and happy Mother's Day to your mother. How are you? How is everything? How is Canada? Hope everything is going on well. Thank you. I'll be in touch with you. Yes, let's go down. We have Ashelia Gervais Jean. Greetings to you, Ashelia. Happy Mother's Day to you. Thank you very much for joining us. How are you and the family? Hope everybody is fine. Then we have Shamba Musa Mohammed saying greetings, Papa. Shamba, greetings to you. Greetings to you, Shamba. Thank you very much and happy Mother's Day to your mother and all the women in your life. We have Juliet Austin saying greetings. Greetings to you, Juliet. Happy Mother's Day to you. And then we have Fusaini Dauda. Question: what is the best way to pour libation to our ancestors when we need their help? I strongly believe that we have talked about these things on our programs, and if you go back into our past earlier recordings of the years passed by, you will definitely see how to pour libation to your ancestors. They are all there. Someone should get me my sanitizer from the car. Get the sanitizer from the car also. Then we have Christian Drowsy. T. Greetings from London. Hello, Christian. How are you? Thank you very much for joining us and happy Mother's Day to your mother. We have Isaku Ali Kele Sisala. Greetings from Kasua. Hello, Isaku. How are you? Thank you very much and greetings to you too. And happy Mother's Day to your mother and the women in your life, your sisters and your wives or your girlfriend. Happy Mother's Day to them. Then we have Angie G. Fisher again here. Greetings and blessings to family. Thank you very much, Angie. Thank you for joining us and happy Mother's Day to you once again. Okay. Okay, well, on YouTube, we have our sister Monica Kova said good afternoon, blessings to you and your family. Thank you very much, Monica. We are very grateful to you and thank you for joining us and happy Mother's Day to you and to your mother. Then we have Duan LaSalle. Greetings and peace to you and your family. If you were a single man, would you be able to have a peaceful romantic relationship with a Christian woman? I don't have a problem with Duan LaSalle. I don't have a problem with religion. I can have relationship with anybody, anywhere. I don't have a religious mind, and I don't believe God is inside religion. So, if the woman who will come into my life also understand that God is just a universal being and is everywhere and does not reside in temples or mosques or churches and looks at God as the creation, then I don't have a problem at all. So that's it. Thank you very much. I don't have a problem with religion because I'm not interested in religion. I'm interested in people. Thank you very much. I want to use this opportunity again and be talking before other people's questions come. There are many times people call me up and say that they want to do a reading. And then when they do a reading, usually when you do a reading, there will be rituals to do that follows to complete the reading that you have done. Because to do a reading and not to do the ritual, it goes against you. It is like you are peeping into God, and then after after seeing what is there, you don't care anything about it. You don't care to address whatever you see there. At times people do reading, and when we calculate the items that they should buy, and then when we check with the oracle also how much we should charge them for our workmanship, the people feel that maybe you should just do the rituals for them for free. It is not done in spirituality like that. And I also want everybody to know that when I do a reading for you, whatever problem I see or whatever issues come out in the reading, it's not my problem. It is you who wanted to know something about yourself. And I went into it, or the oracle went into it, and the oracle is able to see what it is and tells you. It's your problem. If you want to address it, it's your problem. If you don't want to address it, it's your problem. After all, I am only a seer. I'm only someone who can go behind the scene and tell you what is happening in your life and how to fix it. But if you feel that because I am a seer and I have seen the things for you, then the problem is my problem, it's not that true, and it can never be true. Because I did not know you from anywhere. And the problem that you have had before coming to me to do a reading, it's not part of my family life. I am only a seer, and I am able to tell you that this is what I have seen. That's why usually we don't ask people to speak on the money in front of us. We want people to speak and say things by themselves without us pre-listening to whatever they wanted to know about. But when we go into the oracle will definitely, if it is real, it will definitely bring out the truth, and whatever you have said and things you wanted to know, the oracle will bring it out. We will tell you what we have seen. But we are not the ones who should bear that problem. It's not our problem. So when I tell you that that problem is your problem, please don't get angry with me, because that's the naked truth. It's not my problem. My problem is to see it for you. And if you want to solve it, I'll tell you this is what I will use to solve it. And secondly, there are some rituals. If you are not a priest or you have not been initiated into priesthood, you can't do it in as much as you want to do it. Yes, you may be able to do it, but it will not get the effect. It will not get the effect that you want to get from the ritual that you are doing. So when I tell you that, okay, we can do it for you, but these are the things we needed, the best thing is that, I wish I could do it, but I don't have the money now. Is there a way that I can, you can help me do it by paying some money up front, and then later I'll pay it in installments, so that you can do it for me? But they have to tell me that, teach me how I can do it. Why should I teach you how to do it? You to go to spiritual training around the world and learn it and then come and do it. I take money from you for my workmanship because I have paid money to learn these methods, what I use in doing my work. And I cannot just give it to you and say, take it. Then who is going to take care of my shrine? If you pay money and you come and learn it, it is yours forever. You can choose to just to do it for people for free, but I'm sorry, I cannot do that. And it is not being wicked at all. I'm just being straightforward to you as ABC. So when people do reading, if you are not ready to do the rituals of the reading, please don't ask for a reading to be done. I believe Toby Kofi Chadley has written about that. We have written about that. It is good not to do a reading if you are not ready to do the rituals in it. But if you choose to do a reading and you don't want to do the ritual, that's your palaver. It's your problem. It is not mine at all. After all, it's you who is having problem, or it was you who was having problem, and you came to know what is happening in your life. And I was able to find it out and tell you. And I have not committed any crime by finding out what you wanted to know and I told you. If you want to take care of that problem, fine. If you don't want to take care of that problem, fine. Because there was another guy who was saying that any priest that charges money for consultation is a fake priest. That is up to him. He should also go and learn and become a priest. Take many years to become a priest, and then and do consultation without charging people. I, Christopher Voncujovi, and my shrine, African Magic Temple, we will charge you for consultation and a reading. So that is what that's my take on this. And also, so many people now, so many television stations and even radio stations are still using my profile picture to be deceiving people that they are me, and they are telling people that they are giving out lotto numbers. Meanwhile, they are not showing their faces, they are hiding behind the photograph, and only you can hear their audio. I'm telling you, I don't do lotto. And when I come on a television, I show my own face and I mention my own name. And my name is not Okomfo Michael. My name is Christopher Voncujovi. And anybody who knows me, I am working with African Magic Temple. I'm the founder of African Magic Temple, and this is my shrine. Nobody is kicking me out of Accra for anything. I am here. I have not committed any crime against anybody, whereby anybody will ask me to get out of Accra. So what some scammers are trying to use, they just want to scam you and take advantage of you by telling you that, oh, they gave lotto number and people want the lotto number and the community is angry with them that they are giving Sikedro or money. They just want to tell you that, oh, they have power. Meanwhile, if they have power, why aren't they showing their faces? They are using somebody else's face to put there. Those people are thieves. So please be warned. They are not me, and I am not them. Thank you very much. And then the questions on YouTube. Let me go to YouTube because there is IBT is there, and IBT is saying, "Good evening, Mr. Christopher. Hello, Ibrahim. How are you? Good evening to you." Then we have Dan Lassar. Thanks for your response. Blessings and blessings. Duan Lassar. Yes. Thank you too for the question, because maybe a lot of people out there wanted to ask that question but they couldn't. So now that you have asked it and I answered, it is clear to all the people. Thank you very much for the question, Duan Lassar. So let's go back to Facebook and see what we have there. And we have Sikiru Legion. Tell me, is it possible to have an Afar reading in order to know one's calling and head spirit without necessarily being initiated into Afar? No, you cannot. If you want to know your destiny in Afar, you must be initiated. It is during the initiation, it is part of the initiation that you discover who you are, what you are in this world to do, the people to associate with, the kind of food you should eat, the kind of places you should stay. Because there are in some people's polling, they are not supposed to live on a bansro or a story building. If they are or they are living or they get a room on a story building, everything will spoil. And sometimes, because of them, the whole story building may collapse and kill them. So if you are not initiated, it is very hard for you to know. By just doing ordinary reading, you cannot know. You need to be initiated into fact to have that discovery of your own destiny. So, Sikiru, that's what the take on it. That's why people call me and say, I want you to do a reading for me so I can know my destiny. I always tell them that it's not possible. The current events that are happening in your life, some will also mean some event that had happened in your past life and what is going to happen in the future. That's what a reading will tell you. But a reading is not going to tell you about your whole destiny. It can advise you that you need to be initiated. You need to do this kind of ritual. You need to be protected. Those kind of things the reading can tell you, but a reading will not tell you about your destiny. Thank you very much, Skido Legion. Then we have Patricia Amor. You are right, Papa. You are right, Papa. That's Patricia Amor. Thank you very much, Afia. Then we have big sister Afidara. Greetings, Tommy. Hello, sister. Greetings to you too, and happy Mother's Day to you, and also to Patricia Amor. Happy Mother's Day to you all. Then Patricia Amor again here. We see our ancestral way to solve problem as expensive, but when we go to church, look at the way we give out money. Even our last Congo, we give and borrow money for TNT, yet we condemn our own and keep suffering. Yes, Efia, you are right. But you see, the poor man in the church also cannot give too much, but they give whatever they have, and that's it. And ancestral, traditional spirituality is not a cheap thing, and should not be a secondary thing for people that when everything fails you before you think that is important. It should be a way of our lives, or it should be a way of life for each and every African or a black man for that matter. So we should not think that it is only when you need dirty work done, that's when you run to this. Because recently somebody called me, I think he says a pastor or something, somebody is disturbing him and he wants to remove the person's life. So in the minds of our own black people, our traditional spirituality is only good to use in destroying people. It is never true. If you have not been taught properly, then you have to go back and learn again. Thank you very much. Then we have James Newton. Good evening, everyone. Please, can you pray for my ex-girlfriend, Kelly Louise Hinton, 1605-1976, to come back to me in a relationship with me, James Lee Newton, 14093. I pray every day and night to the universe. James, prayer cannot solve those kind of problems. I have to be very straightforward and direct to you. Prayer doesn't solve problems. Prayer only gives you consolations. That, oh, I pray so God will do it. Then that's why people who have faith only depend on prayer, and they are hoping that what they said will materialize into the physical plane. In traditional spirituality, whether it's vodu or akom or Hinduism or whatever it is, when traditional spirituality, when you have a situation like this, you do a reading. Find out what is the cause of the problem, and also find out whether it is possible to get that person who left you. If they say yes, the cause is not you, it is something different, they will also tell you what to do, as in practical things that you have to do to reverse what is going against you. But just to pray and it doesn't happen. You need to come back again. You need to be serious. What you do is do a reading, find out what is wrong, what is causing the problem, find out if it is possible for you to reverse what is happening in your life, and things will be better for you. Thank you very much, James Newton. And then we have a call stone, Chepo Phonics. Join, you will learn a lot. Okay, our big brother Echo Stone is telling somebody Chepo Phonics to join, and you will learn a lot. It's very interesting. Thank you very much, big brother, and happy Mother's Day to your women and to your daughters and to your mother. Thank you very much. Yes, let's go on. Are we done here? Okay. Okay, we are almost 4:56. So as I said earlier, we will not be doing a very long one today, because now we are going to bring the vodus out and then feed them. My children, Senna and Pele, will be feeding their spirits that they have traveled with, especially Pele, who had not been here for almost 2 years. He has to feed his spirits and also to feed the ancestors and thank them. We may also be doing some initiation, and some other people who also are part of Jopata may be coming to say thank you to Ujapata. So these rituals that we'll be doing today, we'll be transmitting them or streaming them live for you. So those of you who still can hang on, today is a Mother's Day anyway, it's a Sunday everywhere in the world. And those of you who can still be with us, please, you can continue joining us. And if you have questions, you can still be sending questions to us. So thank you very much. And then we have James Newton here. Thank you, brother. Really grateful for your advice. Thank you very much, James. I'm very grateful to you too. Yeah. So we will be calling this one off now because we are. What is the time? It's not at 5 o'clock. Okay. So then let's go small before taking off. Yes. We were. I'm not on now, right? I can still speak.
Yes.
Okay. We were at what do you call it? We were at a naming ceremony of two of my new grandchildren, twins. They were born a few months ago, or a few weeks ago, and the parents wanted me to be present so that they can give them names. So we had to go there, and we thought we could go early and finish early, but we met a lot of family members we have not seen. And by the time we finished and we thought we would be coming, and then there was a rush and come here to continue with this. So we are very sorry for the delay in the time. We have Brian Asari was timed out by African Magic Temple for 300 seconds. What does that mean? Brian Asari was timed out by African Magic Temple for 300 seconds. I don't know what.
I did that.
You did that?
Yeah, he was giving a negative comment.
So what is the 300 seconds? 300 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I logged in from the page for 300 seconds.
Oh, okay. So after 300 seconds, you can come back.
Yeah, you think you come back.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much. And then we have RR. Greetings, Papa. Can you please tell us why some people who have been initiated that, where the camera is and where you are putting the writing, I can't read. No, bring it down. The reading, the camera is covering my view. Okay, thank you. And make sure, can you see me?
Yeah.
Well, okay, good. So RR is saying, greetings, Papa. Can you please tell us why some people who have been initiated say that spirits initially disrupt their life to get their attention so they could find their way toward initiation? I'm not very sure. They have been initiated and they are saying that spirits have disrupted their life to get their attention so they could find their way toward initiation. Okay, if I can understand what you are saying, that some people who got initiated said that it was spirits who were disrupting their life. That's why they got to get the attention of them to get initiated. It could be true. It could also not be true. Why it could be true is that, like in my case, from my childhood, I've been pushed by this desire to know about spirituality and spiritual power. I did not know what it was, but my interest was just to be able to possess power. That was my interest from childhood. Didn't know why. And it has pushed me into Christian, we call them spiritual churches. They were here long time before charismatic came, like churches like Aladura, Kaboha, what do they call that one? Bonsama Disco Cristo Church. These ones were called spiritual churches. They had always been here. And these were not churches who were towing the same line like the big churches like Presbyterian, Anglican, Catholic, and all this. They have their attention towards spirits. So they were called spiritual churches in the past. I believe even now they are called spiritual churches. And it was in the 1970s or mid-1970s that charismatic church came from the US. And then the charismatic church started preaching about prosperity and wealth and riches. And of course, Africans, we are poor people. If they tell you that if you can go to this church, you can become rich, why not? Then everybody begin to leave the spiritual churches and the main churches and join these charismatic churches who promise heaven but they cannot even deliver hell. That's what happens. And then you go there, they just take all your monies and that's it. But our people are always hoping that one day it will be well. You go to church, sometimes you will even have to contribute your last penny. The pastor and his children will enter good car, beautiful air-conditioned car, and they will drove away. They will just wave you. Tomorrow, you will come and contribute again. And you just start walking. If rain starts falling, you will be in the rain. If the sun is very high, you will be in the heat and be walking. But the pastor, of course, his day has come. God has blessed him. He has got a car to cool himself and his family down. But you see, our people are not that very smart. When it comes to God, they're not that very smart. So the smart ones are outwitting the stupid ones. Because when the pastor, people can tell you, say, our pastor has an airplane. Yes, where did he get the money from buying the airplane? So he has written so many books. Who is buying the books? Is it not you, the church members, who are buying the books? People don't think very far. People don't think very far in this part of the world. But then, that's how we are. So, I was being pushed around, and then finally, this is where I ended up being a spiritual teacher to everybody. So, it is true also that sometimes people fake things just to look very important. Like those people who say they are dwarf, they have dwarfs and have mami waters. Most of them, they will tell you that there are so many fake ones around them. They will tell you that they were underwater for 7 years. You cannot be underwater for 20 minutes, you will die. But they will tell you they were underwater for 7 years. Some will tell you that they have been taken away by dwarfs and they were keeping them somewhere for 7 years or 60 years before they came back. These are all lies. These are all lies. They just wanted to tell you that they are very powerful. And through to when you get closer to them, you see that they are full of tricks. They are not having any power. They just have tricks to fool people. I'm saying these things because I with them, I have dealt with them and I know them. I'm not saying it because I want to denigrate them or this thing, but because I have had personal experience with a lot of them. And because I'm a professional magician and an illusionist, when they are doing those tricks, I can figure it out. And I realize it's just tricks that they're using it to play on the minds of the common people. But because I'm a magician, I know how to do tricks. But I don't add tricks to my spirituality. I'm doing my spirituality separate, and I do magic as an entertainment, and I get paid for entertaining people. But I'm not going to cross the path by using my magic to deceive you so that you think that the magic is the power. There is power in traditional spirituality, and I have demonstrated it many times. It is not magic. And in the whole of West Africa today, if not Africa, I am the greatest magician so far. But no one has ever seen me doing magic on my any spirituality, unless, of course, if I'm going to use it as a teaching that when you see this thing, you will think that it is power, that this is what it is. If I'm using it in a teaching form, then I'm just opening your eyes to what is happening around you, which you don't know. Now, pastors are even using magic in the church to fool their people. And they have people they plant within the church who they paid money to. Some they come like a cripple, some they come like a blind people, and the pastor will put his hands on them and do certain things, and the person will start seeing, and some will even, who cannot walk, when before you know, they start dancing within a short time, they will start dancing, and even people were even said to be dead. They brought them to church from the morgue, and then within a short time, the pastor was able to wake them up, and they gave them fried rice, and they started eating. Do you know that when a person dies and is kept in the morgue, they remove all your intestines so that your body doesn't get spoiled. And even if they don't remove the intestines, by being in the refrigerator for some time, there is no way you can just wake up from dead and then start eating food immediately. But you know, because this part of this, so we easily just accept this kind of things and say, well, the man is a man of God. Which God? He is rather God of men. He's not a man of God. He's a God of men. People are worshiping him by him putting tricks, magic tricks. People are even saying that they can walk in the air. I tell you, to walk in the air, as in magic. If you Jackson's moonwalk, and then where he will bow down as if he's going to fall, it's all magical illusion. It's a magical trick. It's connected with magnet in the shoe, and then there is also on the ground. So when the person, we do this in magic as entertainment. And if you want to fly or walk in the air, you have to turn the magnet upwards down so that it is repelling. So that when you stand up, it will repel you so you cannot land on it. So it is no miracle anywhere. These are tricks. I'm a magician. I'm a professional magician. I have performed magic all over the world. Not in Africa alone. And I have been performing magic for over 30 years. So these are tricks. But because in this part of the world, we're not very smart. We look at everything and call it a miracle. Now there's a famous woman who was calling herself a traditional grandma. When she was caught with her tricks and everything, now she became Christian all of a sudden. And the whole country in my Ghana, our country, is going helter-skelter, and people are saying, oh, we thank God he has come back to Christ. Which Christ? Those are thieves. These people are thieves. Left to me alone, they will die in jail. I am in a section. If you locate the house, just ring the bell. Ring the bell. There's a bell. So these are all tricks. But you know, people don't want to work. So they want to see miracles so that their life could be changed in a day without suffering or anything. They become rich all of a sudden. That's the problem we have. Yes, thank you very much, Duan Lasal. That's what calm down. That was calm down. Let me see the top. I'm not seeing the top. And then triple R. That is what had happened. So the initiation. Yes, some people were drawn to it by spirit. Whether spirits were tormenting them or disrupting their life, I don't know. But it is possible. It can be possible, because I can see my own case. Then we have Duan Lasal again. Greetings again. Can we receive bad karma from having intercourse with the wrong people? I don't think so. Sex is like drinking water. Sex is like eating food. When you are hungry, what do? You eat food to fill your stomach. When you are thirsty, what do? You drink water to quench your thirst. And then there is a desire to have sex. It's also a natural desire. So why should you have sex and it becomes a sin? That means you are telling me that if you eat food, it's a sin. Or if you drink water, it's a sin. In real spirituality, it is not a sin. Just like how if you eat too much food, you become a glutton. Means you are wasting food because you know your stomach capacity, but you have wasted it. There's a guy who came from Ark Production. Let him come. I should bring him in. Yes. So you eat too much, then it's a problem. It's your stomach will pain you. It's your stomach that will pain you. And if you drink too much water, it's your tummy that will be full, and you will suffer. So it is in everything. When you do it excessively, and if your body is not doesn't have that capacity, and you do it excessively, then that is you. There are some men who can have sex every day, all through the whole year, without having any problem. But there are also some men who may have sex one time and the whole month they are weak. So you have to find your own levels. The same way, somebody will drink this alcohol, only this one, and he will get drunk. Somebody can finish the whole of this bottle, and you will be sitting down and looking into your face like a lizard. Nothing has happened. So know thyself. Man, you should know yourself. Go into yourself and know what is good for you and follow it. And what is not good for you, leave it out for other people who may want it. So having sex with the wrong person or a right person doesn't really matter. How do you know who is the wrong person and who is the right person? So are you telling me that animals also, when they have sex, they are committing a crime, or they're making sin? The only process that nature has given mankind to reproduce and continue this world is through sexual intercourse. There's nothing more. That's why even people who are LGBTQ people, they are adopting children, or they are giving their sperms and giving it to surrogate mothers to have children for them. So it is sex, whichever way. So thank you, Duan Nasal, and let me go to the last question there. Okay, that's Duan Nasal. Then we have Sam Tusa. Can people repair their relationship with fat? If you you have a relationship problem and you want to know how to fix it, when you ask Fa will be able to tell you what to do to fix it. And if the Fa said no, it cannot be fixed, you can try everything else. You may not be able to fix it. Maybe you fix it apparently to look as if it is fixed, but the problem will come back. So Fa gives you direction, because Fa, the work of Fa in every voodoo is to show you the path. Somebody said there's no sound. Black Shadow said no sound. Are you people sure? There's sound? Mm-hmm. Okay. So when you ask Fa, whatever you ask Fa is supposed to, it's a tool of divination to be able to peek into behind the scene, whatever is happening, so that you can know what to do. That's all that Fa is. So if you do a reading and Fa says your relationship problem can be fixed, yes, it can be repaired. If a Fa says no, no matter how you try, it will not work. You can try, but it may not work. We are talking from experiences that we have had with Fa. When Fa says no, means they have seen in that it may be no at the end. Maybe today it will look good, and you are all buffing in it and rolling in it. But when Fa says no, at the end of the day, it will come. That's why it is advisable that whenever you want to get into any serious relationship, ask Fa if this is okay, and Fa says yes. Will it be beneficial to me and to my partner in the future? And Fa says okay. You are free, you are going. Problems may come, difficulties may come, challenges may come, but you will overcome. Thank you very much, Sam to Sam. Thank you very much. And then we have Black Shadow saying no sound. Then Duan Lasal is saying thank you. Thank you too for the question. Very grateful to you all. Yes, let's go back and see if there's any question anywhere. Oh, yeah, we were late, so we cannot complain. Yeah. So, James Newton said thank you already. And then Chris Jackson, greetings, Papa. Can you explain the importance of parents completing ancestral rituals for their children? Yes and no. Chris, you see, the problem is that if the parents are well versed in the ancestral practices themselves, or have a teacher or have a guide who can give them guidance, and they want to do it for their children, there is nothing wrong with it. I have brought my children from childhood, from day zero, with ancestral teachings, and I taught them to know what is good and what is bad in this life if you want to live it for long. Things you should do to live long, and things you shouldn't do because you will not live long. So I have taught my children from childhood. When they were going to school, people who were Christians in their school were laughing at them that day they were going to go to hell because they were not Christians. But you see, my children's mind are very developed from a very early age because of the things that I started teaching them. So whatever those people were saying did not disturb them because they knew that the people were rather lost. They lost their identity as Africans, and they want to be Europeans or become Arabs, or some even had gone to become Indians, just like me. When at one time I was a Hindu, I went to India, I took training thinking that Hinduism was better than our ancestral habits. But after going deeper into a lot of Buddhist, Hindu, and Islam, and all this, and I realized that no, I cannot really grasp it. I have to translate to get the real understanding and meaning. But when I came back to our traditional vodu, every traditional vodu, or African traditional spirituality, it was much easier for me. I can feel comfortable because whatever is said, I can understand it. I don't need to translate anything. It is just that as easy as that. So if a parent or parents want to bring their children or do an ancestral ritual, it depends on what rituals you are talking about. If that ritual is still relevant in today's modern day and you feel that you want to do it for your children, why not? It is good for the parents to do, but the parents should know what they themselves are involved into before putting the children into it. Just like when our parents were Christians, we were brought to church, our mothers even thought that Jerusalem was in heaven. They didn't know that they are shooting people and killing people in Jerusalem. Our mothers, they thought Jerusalem was in heaven. So when they are singing the song, they are always looking into the sky. That there is some holy city is going to come down from heaven. Go and see how many people were killed just today in Israel. That's the truth. But we have people here who are so much crazy about so many things that they don't really know, but they just want to associate, which is fine with me. I don't have, as I said, I'm not religious. I know what I am doing, and I brought my children up, and my children are growing up, and I can see that the things that I had taught them had guided them, and they know their path in life. They don't make mistakes. The kind of mistakes that other people make, they don't make those mistakes. Because it is very clear to them what is truth and what is a lie. A lot of people don't know what is a lie. So when they come on your page, they say, you people should stop this and follow Christ. When you look into your mirror, you look like Abraham. If you look into the mirror, if you are going to be honest with yourself, the only angel among angels that is black, that's how you look like. Then you are deceiving yourself that you are going to heaven. Who's heaven? So I ask them, if there is God who is going to judge people one day, they are not going to judge me for your sins or your actions, and they are not going to judge you for my actions. My God will judge me for my actions, and will judge you for your actions. So what is your fear and what is your worry if I don't go to heaven? What is your problem? If I don't want to go to your heaven, what is your problem? Just make sure you do your good things so that you can go to your heaven. I'm not interested in your heaven. So just that you can do so that you can go to your heaven. And when you go to heaven and I am in hell, it's not you who is going to feel pain for me. So what is your worry? But see, because we are not that clever, we keep thinking that, oh, it is our duty to force somebody to become a religious person or to become a Christian. But God is not going to judge you and ask you when your brother was doing that thing, why you didn't tell him so, I will punish you. No, that's not what the Bible tells. The Bible says that each one will be judged according to what actions they are committed or played in this world. So what is your worry if I don't go to heaven? Do I tell you I want to join you there? I'm not interested in your heaven. I am only interested in what I can do as a good thing. And if there is a heaven that will judge me, I know that I will qualify. I don't have to be a Christian, I don't have to be a Muslim, I don't have to be any religious person to be able to do God's will. Because before this creation, there was no religion. It is after humankind was created that humankind started forming religion. So God has no religion and God has no name. You give name to God according to your language and your culture. So which God is going to judge me and say, because I didn't go to heaven, or you are crying for me that I should stop this and join Christianity. If you are not clever, you continue following that. But when you are clever, you don't do those things. For us, we know. I taught my children from childhood to know what is truth and taught them to know what is lie. And that's what they have grown up with. That's why they can now speak very boldly and tell people what it is. And while people even finishing university, professors are still going to some place and someone is telling them that God is going to punish them and they are scared. You go to Kenya, I saw one video where a Catholic white priest will come, everybody will beat people's hand early morning and say God in the name of God, and then you bring your hand and they whip you and then you do like this and go, hey, the one blow that I'll give the priest, you know where you will fall. Because they have taken the place of God. So they are beating you, black man. Let him go and beat people in Europe with Cain and see where they will put him. But here, because we are stupid. We are so stupid here. We are talking about God and we are just stupid people. We don't even know what we are talking about. And then we just make ourselves look like nobody's, yet still we believe and think that we are the wisest people. So Chris, that's it. So if you can follow through, you must first know what you are doing. When you know what you are doing and you feel very comfortable with it, then you can put your children into it. Don't jump into something that you yourself you don't understand very well. Because if you are lost, your children will be lost. So make sure you understand what you are doing and what you are getting into, so that when you do, you will also help your children. A lot of people bring their children into the churches and to this in order later to find out that the priest himself is a stupid man, is a thief, is all kind of persons. We have seen it across all religious groups in Japan, in China, in Malaysia. Just mention anywhere, and not to talk about Africa, where people don't even try to use logic and reasoning to judge people. They just walk on emotions and they are just destroying everything. If we were very godly people, as we call ourselves, why is corruption still in this country? Do you think that anybody comes from another planet to be corrupt in the weekdays, and then they go back, and then on Saturday and Sunday or Friday night, then different people come, and they are the people who go to church on Saturday and Sundays and do as if they are angels, brothers? Think. Okay, Chris, we are talking about Nana and Grana. Yeah, those people are thieves, and I believe that the authorities in this country knew, because they were on television every day, and everybody knew that those people are thieves. But nobody cared until this young boy was killed recently, before people begin to think as if Agrada had not been taking advantage of people. And when she realized that she's being caught, she's now a Christian, and that is going to give her a bigger platform to cheat people. Yes, then we have Patricia Abozgi, the fake. Yeah, it's always there are fake people there. Go up small, and then we have big sister Afidara. Sister Akpe, we take everything at face value and refuse to do the necessary. We are greedy for material wealth and an easy life. Yes, that's what we are. We as black people, that's what we are. That's the truth about us, but we hate to hear it. Black man is the only person who doesn't want to do anything but want to have everything. Suffering, they just want to enjoy. It's only we black people who do that. We don't try to really learn and get into things and see how we can change our lives. We are waiting for an easy way. Go to Malam will pray and spirit will bring money and put in your bank, and then you become rich, you go and buy a car. I think that is reality. Malam is clever man. If Malam is clever man, money will come and he give to you. He does not know how to chop money. Think! Why should I know how to make money and I will call you that I will make it for you? I'll just make money and put some inside my mattress and my bathroom. I'll be working on some, and I don't even know what I will do with it. And I'll put some in my toilet. I will be using some like my toilet paper. If I know how to make money, why should I teach you? Why should I make it for you and not make for myself? This is because people are greedy and stupid. They want easy way out of life, so they will always fall prey to people who are smarter than them. That's what is happening. So thank you very much, big sister Afi. I'm very grateful. And then we have Chris Jackson. It is clear that you and your wife have done a great job raising your children. Thank you very much, Chris. Yes, because when you want to marry, find a woman who can understand your way of life. Don't marry a woman who will wake up and say she's going to church while you are going to the mosque. If a woman understands you and you understand the woman, and the two of you have the same common goal, your children will be good. But if you have divided attention, one wake up and say, well, my husband is praying to ancestors, so me, I want to go to church, and then collect money from husband, then go and donate in church. You forgot that the husband is not going to church, but you are collecting his money and coming to go and donate to pastor to church. If you have that kind of divided attention, even though you may be loving each other, but a day will come, that separation will come, because the two of you are not being truthful to each other. So before you decide to marry a woman, let the woman understand what you are, the way you look at God, the way you look at nature, and the way you do things. And if that woman is with you in mind and in body, the two of you will reach the heavens. That's the truth. So thank you very much, Chris. I'm very grateful. And then Patricia Amo is saying, exactly, Papa. Thank you very much, Patricia. And Sadiq Nate Mabel. Greetings, Papa. Please, can someone be a Muslim and initiate into Fa? Of course. There are so many my friends who are Muslims who are having Fa. Nigeria is full of Muslims and Christians. And there are so many Babalao, Olu, and all Iyanifa, and all these things who are Muslims, but they are this thing. I have a lot of Muslim friends in Ghana here who are all having Afa. So, Afa, as I said, African traditional spirituality is not a religion. It's a way of life. A way of life in the sense that you look at yourself and things that you can do to benefit yourself and benefit society. Live in harmony with nature. Make sure you know that this thing is not what is good for you or for society. Don't do it, don't do it. You can belong to any religion, but see, the truth about Fa is that when you start to get the truth and things out of it, you yourself, you will not want to go to a mosque to go and do any prayer, because it won't make any sense to you. But then, of course, there are fanatics and people who are dogmatic, people who are all full of dogma, who want to shout over the world. Today, 50 children were killed in Afghanistan. School children, 50, because somebody placed bomb, and then 50 children died. In the name of God, in the name of religion. Do you believe God wants to kill those children? And what was the reason? They said the area that the bomb went off is a place that they believe that they are kafiris, people who are not clean. See, when I listen to this thing, I feel pain. I've never been to Afghanistan. I don't have any relationship in Afghanistan, but it is very painful that someone will use the name of God to destroy another person. Religion is not from God. Religion is from humankind. God did not create any religion. God is not a Christian. He's not a Muslim. He is not a traditionalist. God is God. God is nature. And it is up to you the way you relate to it, and then you get the benefit. So when people begin to use God, that, oh, because of God I'm doing this, because of God I'm doing that, it's all lies. It's all lies. Otherwise there will be only one religion in the whole world. Why? Why so many religions? Because somebody will find a way to make money and then create something. Even churches, people will be in this church today, and then when they see that the pastor is making good money, then tomorrow they break away, they form their church inside some toilet, they start to put people there, and then start collecting money, and then after some time they become big church, and then somebody break away and form someone there. That's what we are seeing in this thing. Hypocrisy we are doing here, we call it religion, God worshiping. We are hypocrites. We know the truth, but we don't want to associate with the truth. We associate with lies, yet still pretend in front of people that we are truthful people. We are liars, hypocrites. That's what we are. I think Bob Marley sang some songs. We are hypocrites. Yes, so let's go on. Sadiq, you can be a Muslim and at the same time get fat. It doesn't stop you from whatever you want to worship. Then we have King Obatala. They are extorting thieves, spiritual armed robbery. That's very, very true. Very, very true, King Obatala. That's very true. Thank you very much for that comment. And then we got back to the last place here. We have Sadiq Nati Mabel, who would say, thank you, Papa. Thank you all for joining today's section. And as I said earlier, we're going to have a very long day. We will be live for those who will be live. Those of you who want to continue seeing us, will be on and off, but we'll be live. So please, you are welcome to the continuous live streaming. Thank you very much for today. And I have some guests with me, and please, you are from the Ark House. Yes, we have spoken before. Yeah, thank you very much for joining our section today. So check YouTube. If there's no questions there, then we can close today's section. And there are some few questions here too. Then there we have what do you call it? Sam Tusa. Thank you guys for attempting to show us the truth. Thank you very much, Sam. I'm very grateful. And then we have Hey Mama saying greetings. And then we have Solo Boatin say, Papa, can ancestors withhold blessings from you because you are not ready? Yes, they can. I have seen many, many times. Your blessing may be coming if your ancestors realize that you are ignoring them, or what a better English word, abandon them, and you don't pay attention to them. They will withhold blessings from you. They'll put one leg in front of the thing carrying your blessing, and it will not move. And until you find a way to remove their leg from there, the blessings will not come. You'll be dancing and going perambulating, and said nothing will happen. Ancestors can do that. So always do reading to find out if something is not going on well. Find out what is the reason. Sometimes you come across your ancestors. Sometimes it is only water they wanted from you to pour water for them, and that alone will open doors for you. So don't close your doors to your ancestors, and they will not close their doors to your ancestors. Thank you very much, and thank everybody. I'm thanking everybody for now. We are still on, but there's so much to do today, and I am going to start it. So if I don't get it, so please, I will take leave of you now. But we will be live. Continue whenever we are doing any ritual. We will be alive so that you can see what we are doing, and you can also ask questions. What is happening, and we will be able to answer all of you. Thank you very much. Oh, my dog, job. Mayo abochi sakraka me twa ba be adobo kotokoli ron ko ko ma ko ba to me lecture o fra ani ofifi mi ba ko cho to ofifi chen ko bi atra kable mayo mi. Me to ba gba to me ba vodu to tora ko bu ma ya sa pasa bi kulu nyo foto ko si nyo foto o kere ku mayo mi o kekekekekero. E me yo afana go na fa bo ma jeso ko so pe to so le menta pa ti me yo ko li gbe meji ye ku meji woli meji lo so meji ma mo li meji abla meji akla meji gunda meji sa meji ka meji trupe meji tula meji lete meji che meji fu meji ko li che tula me yo club of video kama kwa to ba do bo ma to ba de nya de no ko ni lo na ni la gba e me yo le gba ji bo su yo su me le gba e me yo le do ko ji me kwa be jan lo me ko ko achi ni nya we le gba me yo bede ko kra me gbe mi ko me to bo nya ko mo na me gba bo mo na me go gba ko sra e me gegero ni na mo me na pu ala be sese mo na na e ga be mo na pu na e fi be mo na pu na so be mo na pu na e do be mo na pu na agbe be mo na pu na no cho do ga re kare ni su ga to no ba si me lo no le peliti ga re kare su peliti ga to no ba si me sia no de ko popo no yo no de ko popo no yo nti go worry no pota ni asinedi let me say that be nyaro let me say nyamiro ago na le mi aboko be pon lo boko no rekeme du achonga agbaga odu ase ko choto ko wo miro that I thank you all for waiting until we were able to cap live, and I hope and pray that you will be with us during our rituals as well. May the ancestors and the gods of your lands continue helping you and making you great. May our doors be open. May the doors that are close to us be open. Today I was listening to BBC and I heard that there was what do you call it? A judge in Italy who was killed about 31 years ago. I think 31 years ago. He is almost becoming a saint. They have given him a sainthood. This is very soon they will declare him a saint. And listening to that, I was surprised. So anybody can be a saint in the white man's land, but there is no saint in the black man's land. And they were saying that even the bullet reading shirt that he was wearing has become a relic. And who knows what is a relic? A relic is the part of a dead person that part is used for spiritual purposes. So Catholic Church is doing it, and that clothes, I tell you, they will now cut pieces of this, take it to our African lands and set up a church and call that man's name on the church, because they are invoking the spirit of that man to come into that church and support the church. And then when Africans do it, they say we are worshiping God. Anyway, thank you very much all for joining today's section, and we pray that we'll meet again next Sunday. May the ancestors continue to be open. But the questions are coming again.
Next week.
So please, those of you who brought the questions at the last minute, which is like Prosper Jogwede, Papa, thank you for the good work. Thank you very much, Prosper. We'll be with you next week again. Thank you very much. We have a lot of things to do today. Bye-bye for now. Yes. Senna, what you people will do is that there is a board, there's a table, our long time dining table.